This is pasta after my heart. This is a family favorite recipe. If you're looking for pasta that is easy to cook, full of flavor, very delicious, and all round good to look at, this is the video you should watch. This is the recipe you should try. I'm going to show you how to make it in just a few minutes. If you enjoy this kind of videos, click the like button and subscribe. My name is Yemmie. Welcome to my kitchen. These are the ingredients for this recipe. As you can see, not a lot. You can even skip some of the ingredients or you can substitute with what you have. So first of all, we have these bell peppers. We have the green bell pepper. I have my Scotch Bonnets. This is very hot, so I only need 2. I also have my onion. It gives pasta a really delicious flavor. And I have my red and yellow bell peppers. I'm using a spiral pasta for this recipe, or as my Italians will say, they will call it Torti. I don't know if I pronounce it properly, but go and check online. There are so many types of pasta shapes that you can use, but I really like this pasta shape. I have 2 questions for you. What is the most popular pasta shape, and what is the thinnest pasta in the world called? Let me know in the comment section. The quality of the pasta you use is very important, and this one is made from durum semolina, so it is very good. I'll also be using tomato puree for this. This tomato puree has onion and pepper. I'll be using beef stock for extra flavor. I've gotten questions in the past about what stock is. Stock is basically the liquid leftover after boiling meat, fish, chicken, even vegetables. I have a video showing you how I make really delicious stock. The link will be in the description box. I'll be using boiled beef and I will fry it later. To make sure this meal cooks very fast, I'm putting water in a pot and I'll put it on the cooker so that it can start boiling while I'm cutting the peppers. That's just my strategy for making sure I don't spend so much time in the kitchen. Like I said earlier, you can definitely skip out some of these ingredients, but everything comes together to make the meal very delicious. I'm using green bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and red bell pepper because it brings such a vibrant color to the dish, and you have to admit we eat with our eyes and with our nose before we taste the food. So I wanted this dish to be very colorful. If you don't have all these colors of peppers, you can just use green or you can just use red, since red is more common. Also, I like to cut them to be pretty even, so I really take time. This is something I always do right from when I was young. I always take time to cut my peppers because I want them to look a particular way. Also, the top of the peppers, you don't have to throw them away. You can plant them. I've started planting them, or you can just blend them and put them in your stock. After cutting the peppers, I'm cutting the beef. I want them in smaller shapes. I'm also going to be frying them. This is going to make this dish so flavorful because you know when you fry beef, the oil you use from it is going to be so amazing. Now the water is boiling, it's time to put in the pasta. We are going to cook the pasta according to the instructions on the pack. On the pack of this pasta I bought, it says cook for 7 to 8 minutes. 7 minutes if you want it to be a bit hard. If you want it like medium, 8 minutes, and if you want it really soft, 9 minutes. I wanted it a bit hard, so I went for 8 minutes. Sometimes I like soggy pasta and other times I like it al dente. While draining the pasta, I'm going to heat up a pan. I've added some oil and this is just to fry the beef. I love fried beef. You can definitely air fry this if you want or put it in the oven, but nothing compares to when you fry because it adds a lot of flavor. Now I'm just transferring the beef to another plate and I'm going to bring another pan. I'm using a wok for this recipe because it heats up fast and it cooks everything really like instant. So I'm just using some of the oil from the beef because that's why we fried it in the first place. And then I'm going to put in the onions first. When I was younger, I didn't really like onion. But when I grew up and I understood how flavors work, onions became one of my best friends. So you need to just Fry that onion for a bit until the flavors come out, and then we're going to add in the rest of the peppers. Now I'm just adding all the peppers, and I'm just going to fry them for about a minute or two. I don't want them to be too cooked. If they are too cooked, they will lose their color. I want it to still be vibrant and a little bit crunchy, but you can definitely cook this how you like or how you prefer. I love bell peppers because they are an excellent source of vitamin A and vitamin C and also potassium. And did you know that they also contain a healthy dose of fiber, folate and iron? So they are very nutritious. You need to have peppers, sweet bell peppers. They are not hot, they are sweet. Of all the peppers, the red peppers are the ones that have the most nutrition, and that's just because they've been on the stick or on the vine the longest. So they have the most vitamin C, 1.5 times more, and they have 11 times more beta carotene, which is good for us, especially in these times. So I'm seasoning with just some salt. I always like to season my pepper. I'm adding some curry, just a little bit curry powder and some thyme. I'm also adding some garlic powder and some ginger powder for extra flavor. If you have the fresh ones, you can use that. I like adding my spices to the oil, something like curry, thyme, because the heat of the oil wakes it up as opposed to putting it in the sauce. Do you get? So it's better to put it in the oil so that it heats up. That is when it is more potent. Now I'm adding the tomato puree, and I'm just going to fry this lightly. It does not take time. Like I told you, I'm using a wok and the heat is very high. After about 2 minutes, it's time to add the stock. I'm not adding everything, just using a bit. And if you want to know the ingredients and measurements, check the description box because I'll have it listed there. Now I'm adding the beef to the sauce, and I'm just going to mix everything together. The beef is very tender and it's just going to marinate beautifully in that sauce. This recipe kind of reminds me of my beef dodo recipe. The only thing that is missing is the dodo inside the sauce, but it's similar but not exactly the same. If you want to see that recipe, I'll have it linked in the description box. Now it is time to add the pasta, and I'm just going to mix everything together. This whole cooking process, did it take more than 30 minutes? I don't think so. And this is what the finished product looks like. It was very delicious, and like I said, this is a family favorite recipe. Anytime I make it, everyone is happy. It is quick to make, it is so delicious. My kids eat it and everybody loves it. So I hope you try this recipe. If you do, please tag me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube. I love to see your responses to my recipes because it encourages me to do more. Feedback is great, I'm not going to lie. So please click the like button also, and let me know in the comment section what you love the most about this recipe, or what your favorite pasta recipe is. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.